My name's Bobby. Welcome back to No AC. We're at World of Wheels in downtown Kansas City. When you see what I'm going to put in this camera, it's going to make you say,
I got to catch a glimpse of these Warlocks. Let's make a move.
Alright, if you've been following the channel, this is not the first time I've shown you this truck. Saw it out in Ottawa, Kansas at Old Murray, and here it is again at World of Wheels. I've wanted to meet this Grumpy Jim guy for quite some time now. I've seen him cruising around town. I've narrowly missed him at 3 car shows, but stick around because I met him here and you're going to hear him talk about this insanely thought out truck. Let's start with this gentleman I met from Bramer, Missouri. I met him right when I got to the show. It was a great story and it was a great way to start the day.
And 8 inches into the trunk, and all this is all new panels and everything on both sides. The dash is still original, and the headliner is original.
Original dash and
Yeah,
headliner?
original
Wow.
headliner and dash. Had a little hole, like somebody put something in it, poked the hole in the back of it. You can see it back there. And so Steve, a friend of mine, had that patch. I thought that's perfect for that.
Yeah.
So I just put that in there because it was the headliner was so good except for that. Redid the seat and the door panels. The back is original panels. But outside that, it's all pretty much the same. I wanted to tint the glass and everything, so took it to a glass place. The guy said, I can't do the back and do it right. He says, you have to take the glass out. So I hired a glass guy to take the glass out of the back and put it back in. He was a big old boy, and I had this tubing in there, and he was a big, heavy-set guy, and he couldn't hardly get in there to get it. He was,
To do the tint.
but yeah, he got the glass back in, and there were some parts he said, you're going to have to do that. I can't do it.
That's funny.
So I did it, got it back together with it. There's 8 inches into the trunk all the way around there.
Oh, yeah.
See, I got a stick in there holding up the trunk. There it is. It'd been hit before and repaired because it was always black, but whether they replaced it with was blue when I took it apart. And so it'd been hit before. And they did it with acetylene torch and rod back in the day.
Yeah.
And all this was warped and beat up. That's how rough it was. Yeah.
Was the 53 you owned in high school black? Is that why you painted it black, or was
No.
this black factory?
It was black factory,
Yeah.
inside and out. Here's what it was. This is what it looked like when I got it. And Jim brought it to my house, 2013. And then I started taking it apart. See, and I was fixing it up for him. I detailed the motor and I was trying to get it running, and then I decided I gotta have this car. So
So this has a 454 big block built up to a 489. They were shooting for 496, but they landed at 489. His buddy from high school actually flipped houses and found this car sitting across from his mother's house. He sent it to his friend to have it, refinished. He wasn't really a car guy. Well, his friend, now the owner of this car, had a 53 in high school. He started working on this and decided he just had to have it. He got it in 2013 and the build was done in 2015.
Found it. Boog, I found it.
Imagine getting to carry your family around in this. I saw this C2 gasser here last year, but this year it has a partner. Now, tell me down in the comments if you know what year it was that Chevy introduced the 3 functional gills on the side of the C2 Corvette.
Anything on the bottom, because that's first.
Wish me luck. Hey, they have Ulmer stickers on their car. That's the River Run out in Ottawa, Kansas. It's been going for 37 years now. 55 Buick Special. You do not see these like this too often. This car came here from Deepwater, Missouri. I used to ride quads out there as a kid with my dad, actually, and this group invited me out when I can find the time. The build was done 25 years ago, and the owner drives it around town, but it still looks immaculate. The car was built by the owner himself back in Chicago when he lived there. While he was painting the car, he lost power. With the help of a few friends, neighborhood kids, and flashlights, this car was painted in the dark. He normally enters the car under his son's name, an 11-year-old, so he gets to collect the award, which is very fun for him. He forgot to do that this time, so I think the pops had to hear about it from the little one. There's a lot of different stuff here at World of Wheels if you've not picked up on that yet. Consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button for me.
Closest thing you're gonna get to a Formula One car for the average guy.
Yeah.
Serious, they train in these things.
Oh, I know. These things are fast as hell.
The idea, see? Yeah.
These things are no joke.
There, then you're like,
Look at this guy. He is shook.
it's a little more than that.
There it is, robot car. I'd rather just have an old school big block, but if you want your car to be a robot, there it is. California Kid Express. This was built by Vintage Fabrications. I have seen their work. It is amazing. Over in Independence, Missouri. Need to get over there and see those fellas. This one took home some awards at Good Guys up in Iowa last year. Speaking of awards, I've never been to Good Guys up in Iowa before, but it's high up on my list. Let me know if you've ever gone, what you think of it, or what other shows in the Midwest should be on my radar. What should I be looking out for? Where should I want to go? Oh, here we go, another Vintage Fabrication build. This is the one I was saying I had seen before. This was displayed up at the Kansas City Auto Museum last year.
I'm not sure on that.
Here it is. Takes some cojones to get behind the wheel of this. I cannot even imagine. Flying H is the kind of them bringing back KCIR. It's out south now. and I'm gonna try and get out there this season to show y'all. Maybe we'll see this running. So both of these cars, Flying H has a booth set up here. They are located out in Odessa, Missouri, where I-70 Speedway is. They're on the same complex. But the owner of the track has both of his cars out here. So this is an L89. It's an L78 engine, but it came with aluminum heads from the factory. This is very rare. And this is completely unrestored. This is a survivor car. This is a beautiful Camaro, very rare. Original paint. I mean, this is awesome.
Subscribe to Bobby's channel. It's a great channel. Bobby must have said, let's make channels great again, because that's what he's done.
You may have heard me say in the past I didn't used to be the biggest Nova fan. That's really changed over the last few years. And this car specifically, I absolutely love. Got to meet the owner. He's a younger fellow like me. He's local. His name's Sonny. And in the future, we're going to have him on the channel once the weather warms up so you can see this in action. Look at the amount of Mercuries they have here. Just keeps going. These are amazing. So this is the 65th annual World of Wheels. It's been coming to Kansas City since 1961, and this amazing room we're taking a look at is the Kansas City Convention Center. It's also known as Bartle Hall. As of move-in day, I heard there were 555 cars registered. I think it ended up being quite a bit more than that. My guess would be closer to the 650 to 700 range, but if you've gotten a chance to see that final number, let me know what it is down in the comments. Not sure if this is in y'all's lane or not. Let me know in the comments, but I am obsessed with this 36 Roadster. You do not normally see this much money put into a four-door, but if this is a family car, oh my. My wife would be so mad if I came home with this as a family car. I'm not normally big on two-tone cars, but this looks great. Good looking 64 Impala. Doggone, would you take a look at where this build started? A lot of work went into this. It's beautiful. We're gonna look at some high dollar customs, and then we're gonna jump back into some American muscle, some stuff with some originality, owner stories, so don't go anywhere yet.
Love they kept inline 6.
Yeah, that is sick. It's one of the best looking inline 6s I've ever seen. You don't see those rebuilt a whole lot.
Yeah, they put it small like that.
I know. Now this paint has a little more of an orange to it, but it really reminds me of Orbit Orange that they ran on 1970 GTOs. If you're not familiar, look up the movie Dazed and Confused and the 1970 GTO Judge featured in that movie. Look at this Falcon. Whoever got the word out about gassers showing up here, thank you. Did a great job getting them out. They are showing out very well at this show. Got a 1935 window. My buddy actually put a bid on this exact car at an auction. Through the bid goes on. Didn't end up getting it. It's still hanging around Kansas City. Now we're getting into my lane of stuff. A little more originality. 346 barrel AAR CUDA. Look at that, $4 grand brand new. It's depressing. Sticking with a Mopar, got a General Lee here. This car is tired.
Expected that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
That's how these cars look.
You think this is a real General Lee? There's not a chance.
I'm just saying, Charles.
Yeah.
This is the Mopar you found. I gotta
Yeah.
restore it, buddy. You're at 200 grand.
Car on my all-time list, 69 GTO Judge. Sits a little high in the back, it seems like, for my taste, but it's a beautiful car. The Tiger. Sorry, 68. So this threw me for a loop for a second. This is a 68 clone to a 69 Judge. They did a great job. It made me second guess whether I had the years correct or not, but I do. This is wild. You've all seen the wing car, but this is a custom convertible. I have never seen anything like this. Do you like the convertible, or would you prefer just a standard wing car? Yeah. There we go, a lot of Cobras here.
What's that?
Ooh, I saw this GT40 recreation last year. It's beautiful. This guy's wife actually has a Cobra built here. We'll see if it's here. I love a gray Cobra. I could hang around these cars all day. But let's head back to that old Chevy truck and hear from the owner, Jim, himself.
Like I found a one that said Hero, and we turned it into her side.
Oh,
License plate over there.
That's
The nickels are on the dash right past the apron.
where are they at?
On the other side of the touch screen there.
Oh,
On the
yeah. So he has two nickels in here. It's a 55. One of them is his birth year. The other is his wife's. This thing is just amazing.
This is the only thing left of the truck that I bought.
Really?
And the front stub of the frame.
That's
Yeah. If you look, like I said, that thing up there, it shows this truck was all one color. It was all teal.
Yeah.
And it was a big back window, and I hated the big back window, so we scrapped the body and started over.
Yeah. That's
I
you
basically
did
bought a title and a couple frame rails.
great job. Got the flywheel holding the steps on after it broke off. Yeah. I love how creative you got with this. Got the two-man saw bumper. Without a doubt, the best truck here. Not even close. Now, on the opposite end of the style spectrum, I absolutely love this 68 C10. I think this green paint may be the best here. I'm a sucker for those wood grain beds, and they got this dark brown leather interior just right. I also got a kick out of the kid thinking he'd be able to afford this truck.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So is this.
Thank you. Did you see that award on the other side?
I did not.
Well,
This green paint is beautiful.
thank you.
That's yours?
Yeah, well, my boyfriend. I'm the
Look at
driver.
that.
All right. It's pretty. Is it for sale?
Well, for a price. We aren't trying to sell.
I'm big on Broncos myself. You see so many coyotes in them. There's just something refreshing about walking up to a great looking one and seeing they went with a 302. Love it. Look at that. This thing's rocking a Hemi. That would be terrifying. Going fast on water is a whole different ball game. Just wild. So the crazy thing about this car, I learned, is actually how it was shipped. They packed the trucks vertically. Not sure that's ever happened before or since then. So this car was actually featured on the cover of Hot Rod magazine. I'll show you that in a minute. Look at these turbos. That is wild.
Oh, really?
So, there we go. I think this was some sort of record holder for a few.
What's his name?
Look at that exhaust. Well, for sale.
All V8, all motor.
Got farm truck here. Engine built in Salina, Kansas, where I graduated high school. It's great to see it out. A 71 Nova Pro Street. I've seen a few of these signs on cars here today. I love seeing stuff like that. Keeping memories alive. All right, let's go ahead and run through some of my favorite stuff here. Just my opinion, but I think this is the best of each category. Best truck here, it's gotta be Grumpy Jim's. They've thrown a clear coat over the patina since I've seen this, and it looks great with the new shine it's carrying. However, this truck deserves some kudos as well. So I'm gonna give it best paint. I absolutely love this shade of green. I'm a sucker for green paint, so I am biased, but I think this had to be the most beautiful paint I saw in this room. Absolutely stunning. Best in originality, American Muscle, it's gotta be the 69 L89 SS Camaro, unrestored. It's best gasser, it's gotta be Hellenbach. This car is just everything you want in a gasser. It's got the whole look, the tinted windows, tons of flake in the paint. This car just is perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Now the goodies Nova has the goods too, so if you went that route, I definitely would not blame you. Best hot rod, it's got to be the California Kid Express, built by Vintage Fabrication. All right, the best car here in my opinion, got to be this SS Camaro. I didn't think I would be picking a silver car. I absolutely love this paint though. The owner was saying there's so much flake in it when you get it outside in the sun, it almost looks chrome, but in overcast weather, could look like a darker charcoal. Look at this red carbon fiber back here. I mean, this is just phenomenal work. Appreciate the owner letting me come in the booth to get better footage of this. Show you underneath this car. My apologies to a few owners. The background music got picked up so much by my camera, it posed a copyright risk, so there were 1 or 2 videos I was unable to post. My apologies. Gorgeous build, just so much work went into this. Best in show, my opinion. All right, I think this wraps up my time here at World of Wheels. Hope you had even half as much fun as I did. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more on the way. No AC, baby.